because I was thinking, I'm like, I'm up $1,500 right now, and I got to this table with $200. When is it enough?
That is enough.
When am I satisfied?
$1,000 should be enough. You walk.
$1,000 should be enough. That's a lot of money.
But you still went to $1,500. So
I went to $1,500, lost that, lost to $500, walked away with $1,000. I was like, I need to leave here with some bills. So,
yeah.
Piece of advice to all the gamblers out there: just know when to walk away.
Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
Yeah.
You gotta. Welcome back to the dojo. How you doing?
What's up, Mikey? I'm still recovering from the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude. I feel like we've gotten a combined 8 hours of sleep in the past 4 days.
I feel good, though. Had a great night of sleep last night. Slept in a little too long, but it's good to be home. Good to be back in the groove. Back on the couch, of course.
Happy Valentine's Day. We are recording on Valentine's Day.
Let's go.
For the single men out there, you're going to get through this. Okay, you're going to be listening to this a day later, but you're going to be just fine. We're going to get through this.
For all the ladies out there with a boyfriend that sports bets, just go easy on him. He's had a rough couple of weeks. He worked really hard to get to where he's at right now, and he really wanted to make a special day on Valentine's Day. All the hooks, all the bad beats he's gone through, you don't even know about it. But deep down, he's suffering. And this day, he's dropping fat coin for you, so be nice to him.
Yeah, if he's got a reservation at Nobu tonight, just know that his ass is out on the sports book. So just be aware of that.
He saved those units.
He saved them up, and he deployed them all today because he wants to buy you a steak.
Exactly.
And if you're eating at McDonald's, he had the Eagles, and he didn't even have enough coin to be able to place. Yeah, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Because you had the Eagles, and there's no way you have coin to deploy.
No. As of right now, she's getting Lunchables. But
pizza ones?
Unless we hit the pizza ones.
All right, good.
Unless we hit a 4-man PP today, then that could change. But as of right now, it's not looking too hot.
Let's go. But we're sitting on the couch. Football season is officially over.
Honestly, thank God.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's the classic sports betting thing, right? When it's baseball season, you want football. When it's football season, you want basketball. When it's basketball season, you want baseball. So it's kind of nice to now be sitting here going, we got a little break from football, at least.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of down for a break from football. I definitely miss college football, but in terms of the NFL, like, I'm kind of happy we're going to have a little break from the sport of football. But it was a good season.
No, it was a great season. It's just a repetitive cycle every season with new sports. Kind of get footballed out, and then, in 3 months from now, I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, dude,
just want to go." Well,
I just want to lock in some NFL props and a fucking Surge 6.
Yep.
But it's nice to have a break. Baseball season's right around the corner. I love baseball. We're getting into the second half of the NBA season,
which is fun.
The first half is kind of just meh. It's been meh, but they start picking it up. Guys start playing more. Teams starting to lock in, get into the playoffs. What else do we have?
We got college basketball, which is going to be really fun. We're getting towards March. We're getting towards the end of conference play.
College basketball is going to be a fucking shit show.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be really fun because this is the first year, and I couldn't tell you how long. I have no idea who's going to be, not even one team that's going to be in the Elite Eight even. No,
this is going to be such a fun year because you're right. There's not a single team that's dominant.
No.
Where you're like, wow, that team's going out and winning that basketball game every night. Purdue's the number 1 seed, might be the weakest one in the past decade. Maybe all time, I agree. Like, literally maybe all time.
They're not even like...
They're losing outright to Northwestern.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind.
Like, usually there's a pack of 4 that are, way far ahead than the rest of the fucking tourney. There's nobody.
I mean, you think about last year, that Kansas team that was number 1 for most of the year was fucking unstoppable.
Yeah.
Then they come into the tournament pretty much, if they... They got by Providence. That's the only game they really needed to get by to win that natty. Yeah. But, I mean, like, you think about last year's teams, so dominant. That Auburn team was dominant. That Kansas team was dominant. Yeah, that Duke team was dominant. Like, this top 5 this year could all lose in the first round.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I believe that.
And it's so much more fun when Duke sucks, UNC sucks. Kansas isn't dominant. They're good, They could definitely get there. My dark horse, the Hoosiers. They're wet.
With Trace?
They're wet. They're really
good. Well, they
good.
finally found their groove. They started their season really slow, but they finally found their groove. Trace is fucking unstoppable, dude. My dark horses are Kansas State and Providence. Obviously Providence, but watching the team we have, it's a kind of team that makes a lot of noise in March if we can figure it out by then. We're dropping a lot of games right now that, we shouldn't be dropping, but I think in March we're going to make a lot of noise, and this Kansas State team, I think, is still so underrated.
Yeah. Literally, they're always underrated in, like, every sport.
Yeah, they somehow, like, bust.
They always find a way to just fuck shit up.
But, yeah, I mean, when you think about the tournament this year, I mean, wow, it's going to be, like, unbelievably fun.
Yeah. I can't even visualize myself at the book in Vegas sweating out March Madness and who I'm going to have fucking nukes on. I have no idea. Probably the Hoosiers, honestly.
Because I feel like you'll be able to get a lot of plus chicken money line value in this tournament. Like, plus 400s are going to win outright against teams like Texas that you think are so good that just keep getting botted.
Yeah.
But it's like also a lot of really good teams aren't even going to make the tournament this year. UNC and Duke might not even make the tournament this year. So it's like we might have like a really odd arrangement of teams and stuff like that. But no, I mean, college basketball is going to be great. I did want to quickly, thinking about the NFL season, kind of wrap it up with a bow. I wanted to kind of give I wanted to do 5 shout outs to players that I think had a great season that people might not talk about a lot.
Sure.
Just kind of like, like, here are your flowers. You had a great year. The first one, I'm going to go Jerick McKinnon from the Chiefs. I saw this tweet that kind of changed my day a little bit.
Saw that.
I retweeted it. When he slid at the 1, I really feel like that was, like, the tweet was basically like, think about for how long Jerick McKinnon has probably dreamed about scoring in a Super Bowl. And with a chance to score in the Super Bowl, unselfishly, he slid at the 1 to give his team a better chance at winning, to be able to just get that ring. Obviously, the Super Bowl ring is sick, whatever. But when you think about, the normal human, personal accolades mean way more than the team accolade. I mean, everyone always says, like, part of team, part of team, part of team. But at the end of the day, when you look back at your legacy, it's your legacy, not the team's legacy, right? And the tweet was just like, imagine how long he's dreamed of scoring in a Super Bowl, to tell his grandkids he scored in a Super Bowl. Not that he won one, that he scored in one. And you can go watch the highlight, and he can watch it back. And, scoring a touchdown is so iconic in every Super Bowl. But for him to kind of slide at that 1 just shows, like, how great of a teammate he is, like, all this stuff. And you think about the stuff he's had to go through. Clyde goes down, you think he's number 1. Then Pacheco comes out, and he's still the number 2. So I think, Jerick McKinnon, congrats, bro.
No, I love that.
I'm going to give you your flowers.
I thought it was a really cool tweet. Definitely deserves some flowers for that, for sure. What a season he had.
Like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, I'm going to give him his flowers. Sure. I feel like he might be getting a lot of flowers, but I don't think we're appreciating how great of a season he really had this year. I'm not the biggest fan of Philly sports. Just growing up in New Jersey, being a fan of the New York teams because I'm from Northern Jersey. It's kind of like you have that rivalry with Philly because, I feel like I'm more New York and Southern Jersey kids are like trashy and they're more like fucking Philly kids. But I mean, he had a phenomenal season. All the shit he got last year to come out this year and bring his team to the Super Bowl. And, Big Cat from Barstool made a great point. It's, before this game, we were probably all going to look back and be like, I can't believe Pat Mahomes was an underdog to Jalen Hurts. But when you watch that game, like, Jalen should have been the underdog. Just putting that out there. It's fucking Pat Mahomes. I don't know what the books were thinking, like, or who was smoking blunts when they made the lines. But that game, he showed why he should even be in the conversation of being like a top 5 quarterback in the league. For
sure. No, he definitely proved himself. I'm tired of the conversations of, put Daniel Jones in this pocket, he's going to do the same thing Jalen Hurts is doing. Like, fuck off.
Like, literally.
No, he's not.
Like, literally, though. The next guy I wanted to give some flowers to, I feel like he's just kind of a GOAT, but I don't know that he gets necessarily the recognition that he deserves. I don't know how I would classify him either. If I'd be like, man, he's really good, or like, man, he's really bad. But
where are you going with that?
But I feel like, once again, Eric Bieniemy, the OC for the Chiefs. I mean, we're going to see. I think he's going to get hired. and he's going to end up leaving the Chiefs. So we'll see how great Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes really are, because I think Eric drives that boat a lot, to be honest with you. But again, it's kind of like the Andy Reid masterclass, but Eric's kind of the guy that's the architect of the offense, right? And I think to have Pat Mahomes win 2 bowls in 5 years or 4 years, whatever it is, I mean, I feel like Eric doesn't really get as much shine as he necessarily should, I think.
Sure.
So I wanted to put Eric Bieniemy up there.
Okay.
Not necessarily a player, but I want to put him up there, And then the last two I was thinking, because this is what I was thinking about in the car ride home, because I was listening to a couple sports podcasts, just everyone kind of wrapping up the football season, and I was kind of like, damn, like this was a pretty crazy year for football. Like pretty crazy year, I feel like. And I wanted to once again give Justin Fields his flowers,
Sure.
I mean, coming out in his sophomore year, I've never seen a quarterback get more hate as a rookie. I mean, there was not even a cent of people being like, let's just give him another year. It was like, all right, we'll fucking tank with Justin Fields, and then hopefully we'll get, Bryce Young. And he kind of came out this year and was like setting records, all this shit. So,
yeah.
And they're still talking about trading him, which is absurd. But so I just wanted to give you your flowers, man. And then the last guy, he's kind of like my meme. Probably like I feel like when you think about Mikey Overs, like he's almost like synonymous with me just because he's like just such a good bit.
Who on the Jets is it going to be? Who is it? Who is it?
But I want to give my flowers
to the Jets
on Valentine's Day to the garbage of Zach Wilson. You don't deserve any flowers. You deserve to be a third-string quarterback in this league forever. I hope the worst. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to give my flowers to the Jets. Great bounce back year.
Sure.
It's a great bounce back year for us. Should have made the playoffs, but we had a quarterback that's a fucking bum, so that sucked. Hopefully we get Aaron Rodgers or give me someone that like makes us competitive. But I wanted to give my flowers to the Jets. I mean, they're my first love, and it's Valentine's Day, so thanks for making it a little bit exciting this year, guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Still processing what I think my list would be.
On just so you guys know, 90% of the shit I say on this podcast puts Trent on the spot. So he's really got to just show up and like be able to like in a minute while I'm talking be like reacting to what I'm saying, and then also put together like a list of 5. I'm not expecting you to put one together, by the way.
I've got a couple.
I was just thinking like it's been such a great season, and I feel like there's a couple of guys that that on my drive over I was thinking like who kind of in the NFL right now deserves like their flowers at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, I'll give some flowers out. I'll dish them out.
Yeah, dish them out. Don't be afraid.
Gotta give some flowers to a guy I've been thinking about. Hope he's okay.
Intimately.
Brett Maher. I had the yips playing baseball, and that shit will fuck you up.
I didn't expect that one.
And it sucks. Mentally, it'll fuck your game up. It'll ruin you mentally, like forever. And to go out and end the season the way that he did must have been so tough on him mentally.
Oh my God.
So I hope he's getting through it. But the yips suck. Like literally, I wouldn't wish the yips upon my worst enemy. It really will just ruin you mentally. So flowers to Brett. Hope he's figuring it out. Hope I see him on the field next year kicking field goals. But yeah, take your flowers, brother.
It is super hard, right? I feel like, we don't talk about it a lot. It's starting to get talked about more, but the mental side of the game, like when you're, I know at least for me too, when I was at home and he was missing those, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You have one job. Make the fucking extra point. Make the field goal, dude. Like these aren't even hard kicks.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, at that point when you miss 4 extra points, like it's not his athletic ability.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it's all between the ears.
He's on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes, he can make field goals.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's a good one.
It's just brutal that exists, I would say I got to give flowers out to Jamal Williams, a dude I don't think anybody expected to have his name in the conversation of the top touchdowns scored rushing in the NFL. Breakout season for him. I know a lot of them were inside 3 yards, but still really impressive. Thought that was really cool to watch. So he definitely deserves some flowers.
No, you love some Jamal Williams.
I do.
You do. I agree. I think, for him too to kind of the Packers, I don't know if it was necessarily give up on him, but, kind of be shunned a little bit and get sent to the Detroit Lions where, at least for us growing up after the whole, Matt Stafford era, it's kind of where you go to die as a player. Like there's nothing really great there to come of Detroit in a long time. his resurgence was awesome.
Yeah. Some more flowers I would give to Trevor Lawrence. I thought he definitely solidified himself as like the golden child that we all wanted him to be coming into the league. I thought the first few years we were kind of, let's see it. Come on, man. Let's see it. This year he fucking showed us. And the Jags are going to be a problem for years to come. So I'm really excited to see what they do over there in Jacksonville. But great season for Trevor and the rest of the team, honestly. Doug Peterson, absolute GOAT. Did you see this one kid on TikTok who like breaks down football plays? Elite Takes, the big Dolphins fan. He's like a kid. Absolute homie, by the way. He basically was like, the Chiefs should thank Doug Peterson for the Super Bowl. And here's why. And so when the Jags played the Eagles, Doug Peterson like exposed them on this one play where they fucking, what do you call it?
Throw a man in motion.
Yeah, man in motion. Jesus, I'm a fucking idiot. They send a guy in motion, and the defense literally falls for it every time. Then he goes back to his original spot. He's wide open.
Oh, I saw this.
That happened twice in the Super Bowl.
When Kadarius scored, the play before it, they ran it to the left.
Yeah.
And it got stopped.
Yep.
And then Andy was like, all right, we're going to run it to the right.
Yep.
And like the whole thing, I saw this explanation. The whole thing was that when Kadarius goes in motion, Slay drops back into coverage and becomes like a free safety in the back. And because Kadarius is so fast that by the time Pat snaps the ball, Kadarius can hit that snap and go. And Slay is so far out now because he thinks Kadarius is going to keep running through. That was crazy.
That's Andy Reid at his finest right there.
But you know what though? That too was like, I don't know if you saw like the whole Nick Sirianni thing in the first half when like something happened and he tried to like wave to the Chiefs sideline like that was such a classic Philly prick move like mid game. And you could even tell Jalen Hurts was like, dude, get your fucking hand. Like, what are you doing?
No, he could definitely tell.
That was like, seeing that play, I was just like, God, like, I hope Nick just stays up at night thinking about that. That Andy Reid was literally like, I'm just going to flip it the other way and see how smart you are. And Nick was just fucking drowning, dude. Like, Andy coached circles around them that game a little bit. Like, those guys coached circles around. But that was crazy, yeah. Like, thank God, Doug Peterson.
No, that was dope. And, like, just literally exposed the fuck out of him twice in the biggest stage. So... kind of went on a tangent there, but Jaguars, Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, they deserve some flowers. I thought the St. Brown brothers had an unbelievable season, both of them. Really fun to watch them play. They played against each other. They both went off. Really fun to watch. But they had great seasons. They're going to be beasts for years to come in the NFL. I'm excited for the Lions next year.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of... 2 years ago, I was all over the Lions. That was kind of my bit, you know, and then I got them money line in their first win like 7 weeks into the season. This past season, I hopped off the Lions train because they were on Hard Knocks. Everybody was all over them, new shiny toy in the NFL. And I was kind of like rooting on their downfall because I really didn't want to miss out on the fun with the Lions. But going into next season, I'm going to be back on their train because I think they're going to be really good. And I want to be there when they're that good. So,
I mean, if anyone deserves to be there, you do. I mean, the shit you were betting on them 2 years ago was.
I got to give flowers to anybody with feet, dude. I'm done taking field goal props. It's been an absolute pleasure. Here's your fucking flowers. They just cost me so much going all year.
Oh, wow.
Anybody with feet, here's your flowers.
Anybody with feet.
Dude, field goal.
Anybody with feet. Can
field
we clip that?
Field goal props killed me this year.
I feel like you shouldn't be giving field goal props their flowers. You should be more so looking yourself in the mirror being like, why did I have to ruin every entry with feet?
Because I was so surgical with it from like weeks 1 through 6. Like they were the reason I was up so many coins. Yeah. And then I don't know what happened, but it was ever since Justin Tucker missed that. He had that one game against the Browns, I believe, in the chilly cold. Mm-hmm. Missed 2 field goals in which he's like never done before all year, and that cost me like 15 racks. Ever since then was the downfall of the field goal prop. So
I remember that day.
Yeah. Flowers to all the field goal kickers. GG's,
guys. Wow, you had a great list.
Pretty absurd list.
No, I thought that was almost better than my list. I was like, damn, there's some guys I totally like. Trevor Lawrence for sure.
Yeah,
he had a great year.
I'm definitely missing like many different bits.
I'm sure we are. Like,
Flowers to fucking Tom Brady, for fuck's sakes.
Oh yeah, thanks for
Thanks for nothing.
Literally nothing. I mean, I'm a Jets fan, so
I
happy
wish
to see
he
you
would have
go.
just called it a year. I think we all would have been
Imagine
better
if he
off.
just left.
The goat whale probably would have hit.
Would it have though? It missed by 2.
Dude, we were when we were in Phoenix, we were at the tables, and Mike Vrabel, we were at the high roller because the casino was so packed, you couldn't sit anywhere in the normal tables. What?
Hashtag blessed.
Yeah. We couldn't sit anywhere, so we were like, fuck it, dude, let's go to the high roller table and just play $100 hands, $100 minimums. And Mike Vrabel just walks in, sits at the table, and I wanted to tell him about the go whale so badly. Because
you couldn't get Derek one more, bud?
You couldn't get Derek one more? But you're going to hit on a 17? You couldn't get Derek one more?
So you like to gamble, but you couldn't gamble with Derek's touchdowns, huh? Huh?
Oh, dude,
Did he play well?
I was in my bag, dude.
Did he play well?
He only played like a couple hands, and then his wife pulled him away.
How'd he do, though? Was he like a botting?
He was kind of botting, yeah. He was kind of botting.
Fucking, I knew it. I just knew it, dude. You couldn't get Derek any one more touchdown. I knew you were going to hit the high roller table and just bot.
It was kind of scary, though, because I only had $200 in my pocket, and I was trying to not cash out or pull out at the ATM.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I'm playing 2 hands. I'm either in piss or we can make this a run. And thank God we made a little run. Krabs, on the other hand, was with us. Absolute stained. The worst bad beats, dude. I swear.
That's terrible.
Like, we were watching the dealer get 6 card 21s.
No way.
He was just getting awful luck. And he ended up like going to the ATM like 6 times. And it was like $28 every time you pull out of the ATM. And he's pulling out like 2 racks every trip. And kept getting, he was up like $6K, made it all back. And then put it all in one fucking hand and lost it, dude.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Piss. I was actually really good. I was a very good boy.
Let's go.
With my discipline.
Proud of you.
Except the one time I had lost 5 hands in a row. I was down to $500. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get all these coins back on one hand. I'm either in piss or I walk away with the K. And I won the hands, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm walking out of this fucking building with $1,000. And didn't play another hand. So you got to be disciplined at the book. If you're ever up money, just put some in your pocket.
Yeah, just know when to walk away. I never know when to walk away.
It's because I was thinking, I'm like, I'm up $1,500 right now, and I got to this table with $200. When is it enough?
That is enough.
When am I satisfied?
$1,000 should be enough. You walk.
$1,000 should be enough. That's a lot of money.
But you still went to $1,500. So
I went to $1,500, lost that, lost to $500, walked away with $1,000. I was like, I need to leave here with some bills. So,
yeah.
Piece of advice to all the gamblers out there: just know when to walk away.
Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta. No, yeah, I mean, it was a great trip. I would actually love to do a little bit more casino content with the two of us. I think it'd be pretty funny.
It's just hard at the casinos because you never know, like, if they're assholes or not. They're really weird. A lot of them are weird with phones and cameras. I was trying to take a picture because Krabs got 2 aces on blackjack, split them, got another ace. So then he split that. So then he has 3 aces. Doubles down on all 3 aces. Yeah. So you only get 1 card.
Yeah.
So first card, queen, blackjack. Second card, king, blackjack. Third card, he got like a 8, but won that hand. Yeah, it was a fucking masterclass.
And he still left down chicken.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It was a masterclass, but yeah.
That's wild.
I know. But I tried taking a picture and they were like, hey. I'm like, oh fuck. And we lived in Vegas, and like we had a good relationship with the Red Rocks, so they would, let us do dumb shit like that. But elsewhere, it's you gotta have a relationship, or else they're gonna be fucking weird with the phones and content and shit.
No, yeah, I hear you. But yeah, I think we have a pretty like exciting couple weeks of sports. Next episode, I did kind of want to talk about placing some future bets on March Madness. Like talking about like conference winners, national champions, kind of like picking a couple horses so that when we pull up to Vegas, we kind of have a ticket in our pocket or two. Like even if you took Indiana and stuff like that. Not teams you have to be married to, but kind of being like, I'm going to put a ticket on these 2 guys. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I also kind of we're going to do our MLB Goat Whales at some point, either this week or next week. If you guys do you want to explain the goat whale, like just from a general stance, what the goat whale is?
Yeah, the goat whales. They're in all sports. It's a season-long prize picks entry where you sweat out, over touchdowns, over yards, over home runs, over points, over whatever it might be in that sport. Right now, I'm currently sweating out the NBA goat whale, which when I placed it, you can only place 5-leggers. The 6-leggers didn't exist. But it's basically a season-long sweat of players. It's like a futures bet on prize picks.
Of players, yeah. So we're going to do our MLB goat whales, which I think is going to be really fun.
Been waiting for that to come out.
Dude, I've been itching because I didn't get in on any of the goat whales you guys did. I missed NHL, ML, NBA.
You can't miss out on any more.
I know I can't. Because I think it's actually a great, like you were saying when I showed you that I built one. I don't know if it's going to be my official one yet because I'm going to see if they're going to add more players. But the point you made about it with the goat whales that's so much fun is it gives you a stake in games to root for, not just that you have to bet on. Like you were saying, like when your guy suits up for that game, you're going to watch it because it's like you need it for the future. Like it's not just like you're like, all right, I'm taking the Reds today. Like you're like, oh shit, like J-Rod plays today. I need another home run.
Yeah.
Like and now it's like it brings a whole nother sweat of like, oh, we got one.
Yeah.
But we still need like 30 more. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, dude.
No, like think about how fun it's going to be. It's Sandy Day. Lock the
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he's in my go well.
Do your ritual, whatever you got to do. Put the uniform on and strap in for a full 9 because Sandy always goes a full 9.
And it kind of like it almost invests you in the player more than just when this is your guy for a couple weeks. Like if you've been on Jordan Poole for 2 days, like you think you're like a Jordan Poole fan. Like no, if you're gonna do a goat whale, like this is your guy now. Like you got to lock in with him.
Yeah, you're buying into a guy for 6-7 months, and I'm here every single night. I look at the slate to see if there's any goat whales playing, because we're getting into the second half of the season, so every game is going to be fucking important in the second half. But like I've been going through it all with all 5 of these guys. SGA legacies, haven't even had to worry about him on the NBA. I mean, he could score 5 points the rest of the season. I think he would still go over his average. Mm-hmm. Giddy, unbelievable. Even on bad nights, he's still going over his points. 14.5 was his line.
Which is crazy.
I know. Ja Morant, it's been a fucking weird season for him. The weird shit going on with the Grizzlies and like their beef they've got with the rest of the league, and Ja saying he's chill in the West, and he's actually averaging exactly 27.5 points, and that's his line. So I didn't even think of the idea that you could push on one of those lines, but here we are. Ingram's toe was causing me fucking nightmares for months.
This kid and feet, man. This kid and his feet.
But he's feeling it. He's back in his bag. Zion being out for a minute is actually huge for the goat whale.
Oh yeah,
Brandon
it's
Ingram.
huge.
Anthony Edwards has had a roller coaster year.
Huge that D'Lo got traded.
Yeah, huge that D'Lo got traded. So it's fun to have a financial stake in, the moving parts of some of these guys' seasons. But I can't wait for baseball. It's gonna be electric. Ja Morant, please just fucking lock in, dude. It's gonna come down to Ja for my
sure
NBA
is.
goat whale.
It sure is.
It is.
Like it actually is.
So,
but did you see what Dylan Brooks did?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that guy doing?
I know.
He's literally an NPC. Like he went to punch the ball out like it's the NFL, dude. You get a possession if you just grab it for a jump ball. Like I don't know if he even knows the rules anymore. Like who's punching balls out in the NBA, dude?
I know. That's why I wish I swapped Ja for De'Aaron Fox.
Oh my god, that would have been a legacy.
I don't even
dude. That would have been a no sweat.
I don't even know why I put Ja in there, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pick players that I like too. Like if the line looks good and I like I could never pick like a player on a team that I don't like.
Dude, I'm deciding whether or not I should root for somebody's downfall.
And a less than.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I thought about it last night.
Wow. Whose downfall would you root for, dude?
Wouldn't that be fun to sweat?
I mean, if you could get like.
And you can get lucky with like injuries too, and like actually be on the right side of that shit for once.
It just depends whose downfall you want to root for.
I know.
I feel like Joey Gallo sold you so much last year.
they're not
going to put his.
They're not going to give us that.
It's just got to be like who's a really good player in the MLB that you just don't want to see succeed.
Yeah, I don't know, like Carlos Correa maybe.
That'd be funny.
Someone like that.
Pick someone on the Mets, dude.
Someone on the Mets, Pete Alonso. But I mean, like, do you really want to root against like a fucking?
It could be sharp. Judge Lee.
Oh, no, that's the one under I think everybody's down to get behind.
The Judge Lee one could be free, dude.
Krabs has already taken college basketball plays with Judge under home run. He had Mahomes to not throw a pick with Judge under home runs in the Super Bowl.
That's just such a long sweat for that.
He's going to be looking at Mahomes under interception all the way until October.
Till October, dude.
They're going to be playing the next NFL season.
He's going to have a greened out gob before he even fucking gets to the next leg, dude. That is insane. No, but I'm looking forward to it. I want to do... So next episode, I do want to do our NBA futures because now that we're in the second half, I do want us to pick a team or two teams to put futures on to win the chip because I think it's pretty open right now. I want to do March Madness futures. When baseball season gets closer, I do want to do MLB futures. But listen, we got a lot of fun stuff. We're going to start introducing some segments so you guys have something to look forward to every episode, if not every other episode. But yeah, I mean, this episode was just kind of a football's wrapped up. Where are we going to next? And next
got
is
hockey too.
we got hockey, dude. We should do some hockey. We're gonna try to actually get Shelly on next episode because I want to talk about the state of the NHL season going forward and kind of what to look for, what to look at.
Unfortunately, that goat whale is chalked.
Yeah, Patrick Laine is fucking.
It's not even him. Cole Caulfield.
Oh, Cole Caulfield got hurt
out for the year, and he was 4 goals away with half the season to go.
Yeah, he was gonna green out.
Shout out Shelly, dude. He had a 4-leg goat whale. That was the only sus thing was Laine, who's still kind of selling, but he can easily rip 15 goals in the second half of the season. It was gonna hit if Laine turned up, but Caulfield out.
Caulfield got hurt.
Yeah, so
that's why it's almost like I can't take unders, but it might be free.
I know,
if you get an
dude.
Injury, the shit is green.
I know.
Fuck, dude.
I know. It's gross, but fuck, gross
I can't
pays.
do it. I can't
gross
do
pays.
No, yeah, we're going to talk about NHL too. That's going to be fun as well. But yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to the next couple months. I think it's good to have a break from football.
For sure.
And I'm looking forward to it too.
No, it's going to be fun.
Let's go. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me, follow me at Book It with Trent on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. You can follow the rest of the gang, the Book It gang. Follow the Book It accounts on TikTok and Twitter at Book It Sports. And follow me on Twitch and watch our Twitch show every day, every weekday. The Surgical Stream, come sell me your best play. We do the stream from 2 p.m. Eastern to 5 Eastern.
Let's go. You can find me, Mikey Overs, on every platform. Michael.J Overs on Instagram. And make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share the pod with a friend. Make sure you follow the Book It Sports accounts. And we'll see you at the dojo next week.
Be seeing.
Thanks, guys.